Hello everyone, my name is Heather Austin and today we are going to talk budget. Yes, budget. One of my most favorite things in the world to do is budget. So I was introduced to Dave Ramsey back in 2012 from my friend Matthew Jacobs, and it was a very big eye-opener for me. It changed my life. Am I good at it? I'm not going to say I'm perfect and I have followed it because I'm not. And for those of you who are single, you can control what you do. If you're married, there's two of you. So you have to choose wisely, fellows and ladies, if you're not married. Because if you marry someone who is a spender, then, it's hard to get them on board with the budget, but it's possible. So do not give up and don't think that you can't do this, because even if they don't, you work on this yourself and you work on you and you get your groove on with your budget. So let's start with the very first step. The very first step is you're going to get you a sheet of paper, old school. Old school, write it down. If you feel like you need to type it up, you go ahead. But I write mine down. And what I put on here is budget. So this is February. So I would write February on here. And then the very first category is going to be your income. So to know how much you bring home, it just amazes me to ask people, hey, how much do you bring home every month? They don't know. They have no idea what they bring home every month. So then they'll be like, well, I make $50,000 a year. Okay, well, you might make that, but what do you bring home? After your insurances and your taxes and all that stuff, what do you bring home? They don't know. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull up your bank account and you're going to go look at January. And you'll look and see how much money you brought home in January. That means how many deposits went into your bank account. So if you have the same money coming in every week, then that's very easy to figure out. However, if you wait tables and you just don't know where your money is because you don't deposit it into the bank account, you don't know how much you bring home, then you are going to have to start recording how much you bring home. So get you a little handy dandy notebook and every time you come in, write down how much you made and start from there. So don't make the excuse of, well, I don't know how much I make because I get paid cash and I don't track it. Well, it's never too late to start. So get your little handy dandy notebook and write down, today I made blah, blah, blah. Yesterday I brought home blah, blah, blah. I say start out first though. So you don't have to wait till the first of the month to start tracking your expenses and your income. So let's say that you are waiting tables and today is February the 19th and you come home and you start this today. Then you write down, I made $40 today. You come home tomorrow and you made $100, write down $100. So track your income. If you don't know what your income is and what you have every month, there is no way for you to accurately do a budget. So work on that. And then the next thing you're going to do is go to your bank account in the month of January. So you have your January's income, and then you have January fixed expenses. And what I mean by fixed expenses is your house payment, your electric bill, your water bill, your cell phone bill, your internet bill, anything that you know is going to come out of your bank account every month, write it down. Now in this category, I also want you to write down, so if you know that every month that you have an Audible draft coming out from your Audible book subscription and it's $14.99, write that down. Go look and see on your bank account, when did that come out? If it came out on January the 20th, then write down January the 20th, Audible. Write down how much it was. If you are subscribed to Apple Music and you know that it comes out on the 7th of every month, write that down in your fixed expenses. If you have Netflix and it's coming out and you have YouTube and it's coming out, write it down. Any expense that you have that you know what day it's coming out every month, write it down. All right, so now we're going to go to the various expenses. So various expenses would be food. So I would write down groceries, And then out from groceries, I would go through my bank account and I would add up exactly how many times I went to the grocery store. So if you do all your shopping at Food City, then you know that your Food City was your groceries. If you buy your dog food from Sam's or Royal King, then you can go back and you can just about figure out what you spent that day. If you buy your cleaning products from Dollar General, then put cleaning products. So make a category for as many detailed things as you can, from animal food, groceries, restaurants, hair products, haircuts, that would be under one category. I put my shampoo, hairspray, haircuts, anything I do to hair, with hair related, I make a line for it. I also have my own category for cosmetics, and I have my own line for hygiene. I know I can tell you how much I spend on average for me and my family on hygiene products. I can tell you how much I spend on cleaning products. So you're not going to be perfect at this when you start, and it takes a few months before you like really get in the groove of knowing what you're going to spend. Because when you first start, you don't know, most people don't know how much they spend on gas that month. So once that you go through your bank account, if you can print it off, have that paper copy in your hand, take a highlighter, and every time that you have checked something off, highlight it off. That way you know that you accounted for it. And then you're going to add up. So add up your income, and then, so let's say that you have numbers here. So add up your income, put total. So you have your total income, your total fixed expenses, and your total various. So your various, again, let me remind you, that is anything that is not drafted to come out of your check every week, or that you don't know when it's due. You don't know how much you're going to spend at the grocery store. You don't know how much you're going to spend when you're going to go get gas. You don't know those things. So that's going to be your various stuff. So the main goal is to know where your money's going, how much you have spent, and how much you have left over. So that is how you start a budget. Now, once you get all this done, you might be ready to pull your hair out. You might be ready to choke your husband. You might be ready to just burn the house down because you might not see a way out. But there is a way out. And that's what we're going to work on. First, you have to get your budget. There's no point in watching any other videos. There's no point in listening to any other books. There is no point in doing anything until you write down your income, know what you have coming in, and know what you have going out. Now, once you have that written down, let's say your income is $2,000 and your fixed expenses is $1,000 and your various expenses is $900. That's leaving you with $100 left over. 100. So you have to choose. Okay? What am I going to do with this $100? Do I really have that left over, or did I have cash? Did I take out cash and spend that somewhere? Your bank account is not going to lie to you. You can lie to you. You can lie to others, but you cannot lie to your bank account. The proof is in the pudding. So